150 Palestinians hot in clashes with Israeli police at popular Jerusalem mosque. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Israeli police said officers entered the site after being attacked by fireworks, stones and other objects. More than 150 Palestinians have been injured in clashes with Israeli police at the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound in Jerusalem, Palestinian medics say. Israeli police said officers entered the site after being attacked by fireworks, stones and other objects, BBC News reports. 3 Israeli police were hot, they said. The flashpoint site is deeply important to Muslims and Jews who knew it as the Temple Mount and is at the heart of competing historical claims. Israeli-Palestinian tensions have surged recently after deadly attacks in Israel and Palestinian deaths during subsequent Israeli raids in the occupied West Bank. A 17-year-old Palestinian wounded on Thursday during an Israeli operation in the area of Jenin in the northwestern bank died on Friday, the Palestinian Health Ministry said. More than 20 Palestinians, many identified as gunmen, have been killed since Israel stepped up sweeps in the West Bank, centering on Jenin districts after a Palestinian killed 3 Israelites in Tel Aviv last Thursday. The attack was the 4th in Israel by Israeli Arabs and Palestinians in just over 2 weeks. The killings have left 12 Israelites and 2 Ukrainians dead, marking the deadliest period of attack in Israel for more than 15 years and leaving the country on edge. Israeli police said dozens of Palestinians carrying flags of the Palestinian militant group Hamas marched on the compound at about 01 GMT and then started throwing stones and fireworks. The police said they waited until Muslim Friday prayers had ended before entering the site to disperse the rioters, who started throwing stones toward the western wall below the compound, where Jewish worshippers were. The police tweeted a video showing fireworks exploding inside the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound and masked youth throwing stones towards officers. Israel's Foreign Ministry tweeted a video showing masked Palestinians inside the Qibli Mosque, also known as Al-Aqsa Mosque, throwing objects with the sound of a bang followed by a spray of sparks. The Foreign Ministry did not report on social media that police had entered the mosque building itself during the violence. Hours later, footage from inside the mosque building showed Israeli police and Palestinians there with the same calmer. The Palestinian Foreign Ministry condemned Israel's actions at the compound, saying it held fully and directly responsible for this crime and its consequences. The clashes come after militant groups in Gaza called for hundreds of thousands of Palestinians to converge on the compound on Friday to protect our nation and our mosque. Last year, Hamas, which governs Gaza, fired rockets towards Jerusalem following clashes at the mosque compound after weeks of unrest in the city, triggering a devastating 11-day war with Israel. The compound is known to Muslims as Haram al-Sharif, Noble Sanctuary, and is also considered in its entirety as Al-Aqsa Mosque. It is the 3rd holiest site in Islam. The same ground is sacred to the Jews at the location of 2 biblical temples and is the holiest site in Judaism. The question of rights there is one of the most contentious issues of the Israel-Palestinian conflict and between Israel and the wider Muslim world. The recent surge in violence comes at a particularly volatile time, with the start of the Jewish festival of Passover on Friday night coinciding with the Islamic holy month of Ramadan and the Christian festival of Easter. Passover traditionally sees an increase in visits by religious Jews to the site, which are viewed by Palestinians as provocative. So, what I am trying to understand is that religion is causing all these problems. Is that it? Ah, wow. That means it is not only in Nigeria that we have such things. That means it's outside. Now, I'm going to ask, is there no way of talking? Now, wow. Is there no way of talking reasonably about this thing? As in, talk reasonably so that nobody will die. You get your motive. That thing you want, you get it. But you get it in a calm environment. Why is it that the world these days, there is so much hurt already that people do not even think twice before going into violence? Why? So all this religious slave that is causing Israel were blind. We are blind when police was harassing, beating and maiming defenseless protesters here in Nigeria. In fact, since is far from many. Oh my goodness. God allowed Abraham to do away with the son of a bound woman. Abraham settled him with a bottle of water. My question is, what is he still looking for in Jerusalem that belonged to Isaac? He should go back to desert. My brother, this one is clearly, that is not the time. Unfortunately, we are not in the time of Abraham. Things have grown out of, and I keep asking myself, why is it that this time around, people prefer violence? If you look at our world today, are you not seeing violence? Are you not seeing violence around? There is violence everywhere. In Nigeria, you turn to the north, there is violence. You turn to the south, there is violence. You turn to the southeast, there's violence. To the south, the southwest, northeast, north central, there's violence everywhere. You come down to African nations, there is violence. You come down to, the world, there is violence. Look around us. In homes, violence. In families, violence. What is going on? Something is just not right. This is a time where she be stretching forth her hand with peace. The so-called religion we claim to know or practice, it is a time, we claim to identify with. It is time for us to practice it. I'm sure religion does not support violence. Religion supports peace. We should stand for peace. We should. If me, my religion, they teach us peace, and they teach peace in your religion, why won't we come together and ensure that we live in peace and harmony? Do people need to die because of one small issue? Before you know it, people have started killing each other. What exactly is going on? Why is it that this particular religion there is always war? Anywhere this particular religion is, there is always war. Crisis, especially terrorism. After they will say the religion is peaceful. Sincerely, that is what I'm saying. You claim, your religion is peaceful, my religion is peaceful. Then why do we have to be violent? There's not supposed to be violence then. We're supposed to be having an understanding. What is a clash, please? People fully armed attacking unarmed and defenseless civilians, and you're calling it a clash. Try and always differentiate between a clash and an attack, okay? How sincerely my heart goes out to these people. Sincerely. Funny watching slave defending and leading Israel. If only you know how foolish you appear, even to the masters you hail on a daily basis. Israel does not even recognize you. They see you as fools, and they have successfully misguided and treat you as such. Okay, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.